But now, if we could all come together as a larger community and reach into poverty communities and get them to where they have a home, guys, that's what trips my trigger right there.
When I hit that junction, you see all the tents under it. You know, you can't help it. You see it. It's right there.
The tents are not at my house.
But whenever we show this to builders, Paul, a lot of times, we have, leaders in the industry, they're going, this is a game changer. And I always like to ask them how, why do you think that?
Yes.
But why? And the two things that always come back, and I think this is really the two things. One is Hoodle, for the first time, empowers the new construction buyer in ways that they've never been empowered before. That for the first time, they can see the neighborhoods.
That would be Sean in this case. Yep.
Any builder, any builder that wants to be there, they could be a builder that, builds 5 homes a year or whatever. They can be there very simply.
Yes.
And so it empowers the buyer, gives them really the ability to see their choices for the first time, not just the choices that,
been given.
One production builder, wants you to believe that, hey, we're your only option.
That's right.
Hoodle wants you to see, here's all your options. Yeah. Because it's about you, the buyer.
Empowerment,
really,
yes.
It empowers them. And, what a lot of the builders will say too is for builders, it levels the playing field.
Yeah.
In other words, it gives the small builder the ability to connect with their target audience the same as the very big production builders, across the United States.
Yep.
And be out in front of their audience, connect with their audience, and gets them back in the game. Because what's happening across the country is custom building is getting, kind of kicked to the curb. Because it's not because buyers don't want new, they want custom, but they don't know how to find it.
I think the ultimate goal to reach user friendliness is for each platform to be like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, connecting the dots of all the players.
There and I can get everything I need.
Yeah, that should be the ultimate goal. That one-stop shop, so powerful.
I want to be out in the world changing lives. So when this guy said this thing to me and said, you have the ability to have a bigger voice in home building. And I went home and I started thinking about this. I started wrestling with it. I started praying about it. And I started thinking about how, wow, these builders, we're going to have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of home builders on our website. We're going to have probably thousands of mortgage companies. We're going to have land developers. They're all very affluent. They know how to build houses. They know how to build neighborhoods. They know how to build cities. What if I could incentivize these guys and get even just some of them to begin to give some time or some money or some knowledge or equipment or product to organizations that are getting people out of homelessness?
Yes.
What if the end game is not about helping a builder make more money because they already got plenty of money?
But helping
it's not something I love being able to help people, but that's not what I want to go to my grave. Wow, this guy, says on my tombstone, he helped hundreds of builders make more money. I don't really care about that. But now, if we could all come together as a larger community and reach into poverty communities and get them out of poverty and get them to where they have a home, guys, that's what trips my trigger right there.
That is very interesting.
That's what I call my greater good. And that's why Hoodle has become, as hard as it's been, I mean, it's our calling. It's our mission.
You said it first. I was going to say your calling. The internet's the basis of it. We wouldn't be able to do what we're trying to do without it, but we can help out so many people. And to find that avenue, which you've already found, it looks like, you may not have identified it, every step of the way, but your end goal can be to help these people, especially if you can find a way to help that homeless group. I haven't found the direct tie for mine, but to help out the poverty. But I still think it's rooted in empowering everyone rather than, pushing the top percentage up and pushing the lower percent down, you know, but I see the tie there.
My sophomore year here in Atlanta, they closed down a lot of the homeless shelters. And there are tons of municipal buildings, like old schools, closed down factories that used to get government subsidies to stay afloat or to stay in business, have closed down. And my thought back then was, why don't we turn these old municipal buildings into shelters?
Yeah. Sean, you know what? You're in Atlanta. I went, have you heard the name Orrin Hudson? Either one of you heard of the name Orrin Hudson? Look him up. I'll send you the information on him. He was on several news morning shows. They invited him to come on. He helps in Atlanta. And this is where I run into him, Sean. I went to I'm sure you guys know Barbara Corcoran of Shark Tank. Brittany and I went in Sandy Springs back in November, Sean. We went to one of her events and we sat in front row. I had tickets to go front row to this thing, and it was talking about, you know, so much of this real estate stuff, because that's her game. But in between takes, this guy sitting next to me, he had heard Brittany and I having conversations. She would ask me questions throughout the whole thing. And so he would heard me answer her questions, and it's all relating to what we're talking now in a way. And he said, man, and he gave me his card and he talked and he asked me tons of questions from there. But he started saying, how can you help me? And what he's talking about is exactly what you just said. And he's in Atlanta. He's talking about his mission is to help children mainly, but children, homeless children, children in poverty. He's trying to do the same thing you're describing using, you know, he said that how can I identify buildings that I can make available to this to turn into shelters? And so crazy that you just said that, because Orrin Hudson in Atlanta, right near you, it has that same similar vision at least. So I could put you in contact with him.
Yeah, do that.
And see, he's known because he teaches these kids. He takes them off the street and teaches them chess. And what he did, what is his motto? Pants up, grades up, or something. You know what I mean? And it's really good. But he was on the news. Yeah, because even when I drove out to your place, a couple weeks ago, of course, when I hit that junction, you see all the tents under it. You know, you can't help but you see it. It's right there. But yeah, and there was actually, this is right at the beginning of COVID. So it was more tents than I usually see. I used to drive back there every week. I used to drive past this to get to my office when it was in Midtown. And
yeah, let's let Ron know that the tents are not at my house.
Yeah, it was another at least 10-20 miles before I got to your place.
I live in the hood, but it's not that bad, I promise.
Yeah, it's the junction I'm talking about right there. I saw that. It's the I-20 junction where it is.
Guys, I think I kind of took us off track.
No,
I apologize about that.
This was needed to know, and now I can relate to it even more now, honestly. Okay, that being said, though, what is there any type of incentive for the realtors to begin?
Yeah, there's huge incentive. I mean, the realtors that join first have their pick of the neighborhoods. And so the first ones there get the best neighborhoods that they want to add. And then as buyers come to those neighborhoods, they see the realtor's name. If you want to, you can pull it up on your screen and share it. And I could kind of walk you through a couple things if you wanted to.
I'm on Hoodle.com.
So why don't you type in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'll show you what a couple pages look like.
Go ahead.
So that should take you to the search results page for the neighborhoods.
I'm there.
And you can see up at the top it says 25-mile radius, and it says there's 73 new home neighborhoods in the St. Louis area today. Now, if you change that radius, change it to like 75 miles, which is probably more the radius of St. Louis.
Okay.
And so now it says there's 106 new home neighborhoods. You see that?
There. Yep.
So go up to the top of the search where it says search by subdivision and type in the villages. It's just so I show you kind of what these look like.
Okay.
and it brings up a whole list of neighborhoods that start with the word the Villages.
I see that.
And go down about 3, so the Villages of Provence.
Yep.
Go down 5. The Villages, any one of those will work. And click on that.
I'm on Consort Homes.
Oh, Consort, yeah.
Consort
so this
Homes.
is what a neighborhood profile looks like on Hoodle. And so, if you click on the photos, see the button where it says photos? So it's got a snapshot at the top, and then it's got a description and then searchable data. Over on the right, there's the name of the realtor that loaded it up. His phone number. So those realtors are getting buyer leads off of this. So the realtors are getting business off of it.
It's got it mapped as well. So you have a map embedded.
If you click on photos, you see he's already got 155 photos. He's got all floor plans for that neighborhood that the builder does. And those are all galleries. So it really becomes a much, much different user experience for buyers.
Yes, it is.
Let me show you a builder page. So that's a neighborhood page.
Okay.
Go back to the Hoodle button at the link at the top left.
Got it.
This time, let's do Naperville, which is 1 P, 2 L's, Naperville, Illinois, IL, and change the search from subdivisions to builders. And then tell me when you hit the search button.
Okay, where do I see builders? Okay, I see home builders
and
subdivisions. Okay, yeah, I'm there.
So now we haven't really started Chicago yet, but there are builders that are finding it, like I was mentioning, and they just get on. And if you look at like this one, this DJK in the left there, you see him?
Mm-hmm.
You click in, this is what a builder's page looks like. Now check this out. So this guy, we actually went up and met him, and my internet is running real slow. Do you have it pulled up now?
I'm there.
Yeah. So, he builds these gorgeous homes, just 3-man team. It's him and his son, and they've got one other guy that works with them. And he told me they've got better quality content here than they have on their own website.
Yeah.
And so, we see that with a lot of builders and developers, that they're doing a better job with their stuff, getting out in front of buyers on Hoodle than they can on their own website. But if you click on the photos button, this is pretty cool.
Okay. I'm down.
He got 658 photos up there today.
I see it.
And he's got, all of these are galleries. You could actually click in and see a whole gallery of different kinds of kitchens and finished basements and family rooms and man caves and,
Yeah, I see the categories.
It gives the builder and the developer just, huge variation in the way that they're presenting what they have to offer. And for the realtor, back to your question, you said, what's the advantage for a realtor to getting started? Well, it's like anything, the realtors that get started first are the ones that are going to clean up the most through using Hoodle, because they're adopting this new platform and they're out using it to go close business with builders and developers and buyers and grow their brand really, really fast.
That's right. And looking at it while I'm on the builders page, so the builder here, how the home buyer, the guy the family who's going to build a home, will say, they can connect to this home builder basically to start pricing information.
Yeah, they could click a button, ask the builder, or they could go over to his website. And, we may at some point add in, a phone number and things like that. We're kind of, learning as we go what it needs to go there and where. But yeah, they can hit a button and it sends a message directly to him. Okay. And so he can pick up the buyer, or a realtor can pick up a buyer, or, soon the mortgage company or the developer as well. So
yeah, basically
any of them can connect with the buyer and the buyer can connect with them.
Oh, that's pretty dang neat. I mean, I like that.
Now, we haven't built any of the stuff that you're building, and I really don't have an intent on it. I want to be, involved in the selection piece of it, but not really the project management of it. So
right, and that's so neat. And I'll say it again: where yours ends, mine begins. And but it's all available to the people who need this power. you know. So I definitely see the connection, and I see the value in what you've created more than anything now since we've had this broadcast. You know, this has been very eye-opening to me, and this is so beneficial to not just realtors. This is beneficial to the contractor building. This is beneficial to Sean. This is beneficial to, you know, I mean, everyone involved. I love it. I like the platform. I'm happy to share it. I'm happy to share the message with everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Of course, we'll add Hoodle to the description. We'll add it to the links and make this easy for everyone, hopefully, to go find this stuff. I'm going to explore more in my own time. I like it.
Awesome.
I'm going to share it with people. So yeah, I say absolutely right. I appreciate you coming on. This has been great. Very insightful. Very insightful. I was not expecting to learn this much, but especially the useful tool that if I'm buying a home or if I'm selling home properties, this is where I need to be. I'm behind you.
You thought that guy's got gray hair. He can't know too much. He probably didn't even know what the internet is. Thank you, guys. Man, this has been a blast. Thank you so much.
It's been great. Thank you so much, Sean.
Thank you,
Sean. See you guys.